women are more
So if a
into
woman
the
was
song
singing it?
because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to break down the door and F the S out of you.
Uh-huh.
What?
And you're just, if you're picturing yourself as that receiver, you're frightened. You're quite frightened.
Well,
Which
yeah.
kind of takes...
There was this guy and this girl, and they wanted to make a podcast, and they didn't know what to call it, but they sure talked a lot, so they said, let's call it Flappity Flap, Flappity Flap Podcast.
All right. We are good to go.
Yes.
We
Hello.
are the Flappity Flap Podcast. Welcome.
Welcome your ears.
I could see your lips like pursed, like ready to go, but you weren't speaking. Like, hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
What have we been doing today? Not much.
We slept until 11. Like
Well, one of us did.
you did.
No, I think you're thinking of yesterday. You slept till 11 because I think you're up super late. And then this morning I got up early, but then I went back to bed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
so,
I just kind of lounged like a lady of leisure.
yeah, I think I woke up at a normal time today, maybe. And then you fell back asleep.
I just felt like it was a day for bed. And what better day than fall back?
The
You know?
colder it gets, the more bed I need.
I like that. I just like the way you said that. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Are you in the
Good.
right headspace for this?
I don't know yet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so we've just had a lazy day. Oh, and why was I craving... Oh, first you played Diablo yesterday, and one of the characters that you have saved is named Pancake.
Oh, yeah.
And I had already sort of been like, oh, pancakes or waffles sounds good. Pancake. And then I had to make waffles, and I made them really good, even though the waffle iron really does it. But
You did make them really good. Well,
it was like the perfect setting.
You can screw up a waffle.
I
even
could
though
definitely,
there's
I
an
could screw
iron,
up anything.
And it's like automated with a green light type system that when it's done, it goes bing, you know.
Yeah. It like clicks and yeah,
And a
it
little
might.
green
Yeah.
light says it's done, but still.
But then I think you're supposed to
still-
wait before you put in the next one. So I already screwed
Are
up
you?
because then I put the waffle in and the light was still on saying ready. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was
It
supposed
turns
to
off
wait.
though. You don't have to wait.
It didn't for a minute. So
You
I
can
was
just
like,
put it back, put in the new one, and then flip it and just leave it, and the
Okay.
light will turn off, and then it'll turn back on once it's ready.
oh,
Yeah, you can do it right after.
Okay.
But you just have to re-butter it or whatever.
Yeah, I did.
Re-lube it.
I did. I relubed it. Yeah.
Gotta have lube on that
It was
Pancake.
pretty perfect. Anytime.
waffle iron.
Yeah. Anytime something comes out and it's not like burnt or just ruined, I'm so pleasantly surprised because I just have a touch. I think I just have no confidence, but that makes me have like a touch that opposite of the Midas touch where everything turns to gold, everything turns to char, you know? So I'm like, when I'm those beautiful waffles, I was like, oh my gosh, I've made it.
What would you call that? Not the Midas touch, but the opposite.
The shyest touch.
That's
I don't
a
know.
good one. Yeah. I was trying to
I was
think of something, but I
inspired.
had nothing. I just had nothing.
Uh-huh.
The shyest touch. I like it. What else you got?
You can't ask more of me. That was divine inspiration, and it only strikes once a year, or at least once an episode. What?
I'm just sitting here expecting my brain to come up with something, but nothing is happening.
Because it's your turn.
The wheels are at a standstill.
That was funny because I was like, what is he doing? Because you just had this like wide open smile, like, and this kind of blank waiting.
You know how sometimes your brain just comes up with stuff? I mean, it's supposed to like...
You were just trying to empty yourself, make yourself an empty vessel for like something to pour, some genius to pour into.
Yeah, because sometimes it happens. Like sometimes the words just fit together.
And if you just stare off and do that goofy smile, that helps.
It'll come to me. But nothing happened.
You didn't do it for long enough. I think we need to take a picture and like
No.
post that as
No.
what? No, especially with your baldy locks again.
I'm
now your
baldy
face
locks.
is all nicely exposed, not covered up by a poof of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon calls himself a Q-tip.
My hair
it gets
does
that
whatever
poofy.
it wants. There was a day when it was standing up in the back in like this weird kind of like how would you explain it? Like like a thistle. How a thistle looks. It's got like a puff that's just like a perfect kind of topped, like same length, but like this, all the hairs are going in the same direction,
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had that going on, and it wouldn't settle. I
I
wore
feel
a
like-
hat for like 2 hours, and it didn't stop it.
I feel like it was a Russell Brand look, but with shorter hair. You know how, at least, I think he's maybe stopped doing it because it's not super understood or attractive here in the States.
Is
Where
it understood in England?
It's like, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't care. But you know how they like wore skinny jeans for a long time before it kind of came out. And I still just don't. I just don't think it fits
Skinny
our
jeans
style,
are bad.
the American way. But
Don't do
and
them.
also
They're uncomfortable.
American men and women, I think, are generally larger than British people. You know, skinny English legs.
Well, and the problem with skinny jeans for men is that you're all fine and dandy when you're standing, but when you sit, everything gets crowded, and like the pants. That's when the pants do their clamping motion, and it is not cool. I mean, even normal pants sometimes will slide all the way up.
Uh-huh.
When you
Or
sit.
if you get an erection,
Yeah.
or does it just prevent that by how tight? Like that's just not an option. Physically.
I mean, I think it would just still be pointing down, and it would hurt at the base of it. If you want to know the real
I
science
kind of
it.
do. I've never had one, and I don't suppose I ever will.
Well,
So
it would be facing down because the pants would hold it.
but hurting.
And yes, the base of the thing would be like.
Have you ever
Pain
had one
City.
and just held it down? I guess that would tell you how that feels.
I actually got one in math class,
Oh, the ultimate
but
cliche stereotype, whatever.
the funny thing is, so like I think it had to do with the time of day because I'm not a morning person.
You weren't just like turned on by fractions.
I wasn't turned on by anything, but it was like, it was just like that time of the morning. And of course it's like, all right, everybody, time to go. Class is over. And I'm like having to stand. And it was that.
Did you
What
just
I
like will it?
explained.
Were you just like,
I was trying.
I hate
Yeah.
you, kid. Stop it. Or did you just have like a big book? Or you just decided this is the day I'm going to be a bit quirky and wear my backpack in front. I'm going to be, just,
So I willed it as hard as I could. And then I stood up and my pants just like held it down.
okay.
Held
cool.
it facing down. And I was just like, oh.
Just like a 20-minute stub.
Because it would have been weird if I had just kept sitting there. Everybody up,
yeah.
everybody getting up and
You're like,
leaving.
I'm just going to stay here for a while because I really like the ambiance of this classroom. And I really love math.
Yeah. I have some notes to take. Hold on, just give me a minute. As if that wouldn't be the most obvious thing in the world.
Oh. I always thought that was a horrible thing when we learned about that in like health class or whatever. I was like, first of all, you have wet dreams. Oh my God. I mean, like when you start your period as a girl, there's no real
That's
hiding it
Gotta be rough.
to your parents, at least,
But if you're not prepared for it, if
Yeah.
you don't have a pad or if you don't have a thing, there was a girl.
and I didn't. But mine started very slow because it was like
Yeah.
the first time. So I think for me, I didn't have like real ones for a while. And luckily I was wearing black like leggings. But then I went to my friend's house and told her, who then, of course, without me knowing, or maybe she did tell her mom in front of me. And I thought, your mom's cool. She'll let me get home and tell my own parents. And like, I got home and I think she had already called my mom or something. Like, I think she was just afraid either she was just a fucking gossip or she was afraid I wouldn't tell my parents. Yeah. Like, oh, she's fertile now. Watch out for that one. I don't know. So I got lucky, but I wasn't prepared.
You might want to start buying her products.
Yeah.
That was probably more the
that's true.
thought of like, you don't want her to have like a thing at school.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be embarrassing.
It's awful. And, but what was I going to say?
I don't know.
Whoa. I need help. Brain wise. I don't know. I was always very modest, and my mom was not, and my sister was not. So I got that from my dad. We were just definitely the more modest and
shy.
And so any like comments about, you know, are you getting pubic hair or are you getting armpit hair? It was like, oh my God, can we not?
And why would you even ask that?
Because other people are like proud of it. I feel like my sister would have been like proud of it. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say is like, I wasn't prepared because I thought there are girls who don't get it because I was like 12, I think. Mm-hmm. There were girls who don't get it until they're 14 or 16. I was like, I'm going to be one of them. Like, I just willed it. I thought I did. I was willing it to be so. So I didn't bring anything with me because I was like, it's not going to happen for a few more years because I refuse. Bam, 12 years old. I was like, fuck, there goes my life, But I feel like my sister or just other girls, were like proud of it and excited. And I was like, no, let me stay a child. Mm-hmm. Let me not be. And then it's like on display. Oh, you're a woman now. Oh, you need to start shaving your legs. It's like, why am I on display? And why are you telling me how I need to like groom my body? I mean, I was kind of grateful, but it was like, oh, just stop talking about it. Stop telling me I'm getting boobs. I know it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So mortifying.
Hey, you're getting boobs. Oh, really? Wow.
God. Let's talk about it at a family reunion.
Did you actually have people telling you that you were getting boobs?
Yeah, women, I mean, we have a big kind of extended blended family in a couple of ways. And so, they just like, that's how they mark you growing and becoming just older and changing, and they mark the time. You can just say, wow, you've gotten big. Like the classic stereotypical thing, not like, wow, hey, let me humiliate you in front of everyone by saying, you have boobs now. I think because for a lot of them, it was like an exciting time, to become a woman or to develop and get boobs and have to wear a bra and like, be maybe more attractive, like a woman instead of a kid. But I think that was sort of assumed, and it was like, please stop talking about my body. Please stop looking at my body, even if you're not doing it in a weird way. It's like, please stop drawing attention to the changes happening in my body when I'm mentally not ready, Yeah. And so just like things like, oh, just like my mom saying, not in front of other people, but just saying like, oh, I think we need to go bra shopping for you. And it was like, yeah, I don't think there was any way she could have said it
that wouldn't have
made me like,
or that
cringe.
Wouldn't have made you comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that. I mean, that's not,
because I probably would have just avoided it forever.
Then you just would have never worn a bra,
right?
Which would not have been good.
Not been good, yeah. And I'd be too mortified to go in the store and buy pads or whatever.
That's one thing, but like pointing it out to you is another. It's like, yeah, I'm aware, and also this happens to all women.
Yeah. Well, it just became extra awkward. Like when I was developing and my mom's friend would do the whole, how do you scare a bee, booby? And she'd like grab you. And I was like, oh, there's something to grab there. I was like, oh God, I fucking hate you so much. But anyway, what I was going to say is I always thought learning in health class about what dudes have to go through, I thought that's way worse because you never know when it's going to happen. Like, what are you supposed to do? Sleep on a tarp? Like if you're having wet dreams. Mm-hmm. And then also if you I think at one point we had a statistic.
No, you just shamefully put your underwear in the wash.
Hang your head. And yeah, but I think there was a statistic about like men can get an erection like every 90 minutes or some crazy thing. Maybe it wasn't quite that, but I was like, that would be fucking awful because it's like basically telling the world that your body is ready to have sex. And like, which to me is such an intimate, private thing.
Even when your brain is telling your body, hey, stop.
I'm just doing fractions here. I'm just doing long division.
Well,
There's nothing sexual about this moment.
I think that honestly was like a waking up type moment. Like, something about, I don't remember where I heard it, but somebody told me that your thing will wake you up in the morning. I don't know the science behind it, but it felt like it was because it was so goddamn early. And that's just what I equate it with. Like morning, quote unquote morning wood. I think that's what it was.
I thought you meant like a mental psychological epiphany waking up moment for you. And you're just saying literally waking up in the morning. That was your alarm clock?
In the morning.
Oh, man.
I mean, I think it's a thing. I mean, there's a name for it.
Yeah.
But it was just too fucking early. I think that's what I equate it to.
Can I snooze you for an hour?
Because I'm sure it had like happened before. I was able to get it under control. And also we weren't leaving class immediately. So I don't know. Yeah, fun stuff. So what's on the agenda for today?
Well, I thought it would be a nice smooth segue. Wonder if there's any songs about uncomfortable or awkward erections. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to talk about weird or just interesting song lyrics. And, so many songs are about cheating, which kind of sucks. Because when I was a kid, I would like certain songs and then I'd sing along to them or, whatever gobbledygook lyrics I thought they were. And then as I got older, I'd really listen or I'd actually look up the lyrics because I wanted to sing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I would be like, oh, that's not cool. Like that completely changes my nostalgia for this song because it's about something kind of horrible or, mostly many of them that kind of were ruined for me were cheating. But I didn't want to start with that one. I wanted to start with something that was interesting and I thought it was appropriate since you're preparing to go on a little trip. And this is about someone we've talked about it before because I told you how funny it was when I discovered what the lyrics were. And then I told a friend who was like, oh my gosh, I've totally been singing this like out loud in the car with my kids, who were like young or mid-teens and like not knowing what the words were.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she was singing.
Okay.
But it's Eric Church's Like a Wrecking Ball. And I fucking left my phone downstairs. That was going to be my lyric. Oh, can I use yours?
Sure.
We can't play the song. We can link it, right? Could you hold that for a second?
I don't know how the legality of it is.
I set my phone up to be. Do you have a code?
Yeah.
Sorry. I was gonna have you just say it out loud. I started to like press my thumb to it because I set up the whole thumbprint thing on mine, and I was like, "Oh, that's not gonna work." Stupid idiot.
No, it's fine.
Damn it. Not Eric Church. What's it called? Wrecking
Ball.
Not to be confused with Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball song, which I also really like, even though a lot of people are down on her. I actually really like her. I mean, not as a person. I think she's probably a bit.
You don't like her as a person?
No, actually, I don't know her, but I'm just saying, I'm not her friend. I just like a lot of her songs. So basically, what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So basically, he's talking about being on the road, like touring, and missing his woman, which I appreciate because I'm sure so many of them, and who knows, maybe he is too, hook up while they're on the road. They got groupies and shit. And so he's basically talking about missing her. She sends him like a picture, I think, of her doing her toenails on the bathroom sink and how sexy it is. He's like talking about how sexy it is. Basically saying he's going to come home and he's going to tear down the front door to F her. but he doesn't say the F word. So he says, I've been gone too long, singing my songs on the road, another town, one more show, and I'm coming home. Don't give a damn what these keys. Okay, this is already bad.
What?
It's just like when they get the lyrics wrong.
Okay.
I think he said, don't give a damn what these keys are for. Gonna knock down that front door and find out what this house is made of. He wants to rock some sheetrock, knock some pictures off the wall, love you baby like a wrecking ball. So he's gonna destroy her physically, sexually.
Okay.
And
Does she want that?
Well, they are like a couple.
Okay.
So, maybe she doesn't quite want it quite. Like maybe she doesn't want the house wrecked because that's expensive repair
Or her
work.
body wrecked. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that
Perhaps.
too. But, sometimes it's rough is nice within reason. But, don't knock down the front door. Just use your goddamn keys or text me when you're 10 minutes away and I'll unlock the door.
You don't have to drive through the front of the house.
You don't have to literally use a wrecking ball on me or the house. But I just think it's funny. So it's very sexy, I think. But when you don't initially know, it's quite shocking. Like when you kind of realize some of the stuff that they put in song lyrics.
Well, if you're just focused on the melody, obviously the lyrics come to a shock once you finally start tuning into them.
Okay, this is annoying. It really falls asleep quickly.
Fall asleep quickly. Sorry.
How rude.
Your drink.
Give me my fucking drink so I can whet my whistle.
Well,
can I have my...
Okay.
Oh, did you want some?
No, I was just holding it because you started getting all sassy.
I know.
Give me my fucking drink.
Because you made fun of how I talked.
So I decided to...
Yeah, you did. You got me. So I think it's just kind of titillating that they can put stuff that's... It's obviously not talking about penis in vajayjay or even, genital type euphemisms. But it's very clear what they're talking about. And the level of it's not like I'm going to make love to you all night. It's like I'm going to wreck this house with how hard I'm going to F you. And I just find it interesting that because of the words chosen, it was allowed to play on the radio. I mean, it's good because we're quite prudish, but okay, I don't know. It's good. I think it's cool. But when you listen, I sort of sometimes I'm like blushing like this is a lot. This is quite intimate for me to be listening, even though obviously it's just a song. It's quite, like every time. So what else does he say? Damn, you really turn me on. Paint your toenails pink. Easy baby for you to say. But if I can make it just one more day. So I appreciate that he's holding out for his woman, because I think, especially for men, I think it's harder. Because like I said, there's that every 90-minute hard-on thing. But
it's not like it's not like a rule.
I know. But I just think it's like more physiological sometimes, like the need, and that is a generalization, but I just think it is a basis in our evolution and biology that men have to be ready to keep procreating, and that is what makes it hard sometimes, but not it hard, not that way. Difficult. Anyway, so he says, that old house is going to be shaken. I hope those bricks and boards can take it, but I won't be surprised if the whole damn place just falls. I'm going to rock you, baby, like a wrecking ball. And that old house is going to be shaking, rafter rocking, foundation quaking. Foundation quaking.
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't think any of it's really possible. Like,
I mean, maybe like knocking the pictures off the walls and
that's true.
stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to move that foundation.
So scientific and like practical.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that despite his best intentions,
despite
he's
his
not
best
gonna,
attempts,
he's not going to shake that foundation.
I don't think he could shake that foundation. And it's a good thing too. You want a foundation that can't be shaken.
Yeah.
By your movements.
Kind of the definition is like it's holding up. It has to be solid. You want a solid. I've never heard someone say, I'm okay with like a
paper thin foundation.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a little flexible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
a little bit of give to it.
I won't be surprised if the whole damn place just falls. I'm gonna rock you. Oh, sorry. Rafter rocking, foundation quaking. Right. Crash right through the front door. Back you up against the wall. Like that's very visual. I'm gonna pork you right against the wall. Love you, baby.
You
Take
used the
take it
best
right
word,
there.
too.
Take it right there, baby. Like that's a bit. I'm
You
a little
don't
bit
have
of an
to
issue
yell.
with that.
You're spiking.
Your mom's spiking.
You're getting excited and spiking.
I don't know if I appreciate that he says take it right there. Take what? You're taking my sex? Like, make sure you get my consent first, because I might be cooking dinner. I don't know. It's a little bit, but I understand it's a song, and to be a little bit shocking, you know. Anyway, what do you think? What are your initial reactions?
I don't, I don't know.
Do you think it's a bit much for like the radio?
Not really.
For
No.
little kids to be listening to, singing with their mom, and then they go, oh, shit.
I mean,
So it's a quite adult theme.
probably for little kids to be listening to, but I think for just general adults, no.
You licked your lips. Are you getting a bit turned on?
No, I'm getting a bit parched.
Oh, here. Have some tea that I yanked
need
back
some-
from you.
I need my water.
Okay. Again, my chow. It's good shit.
It is. Oh yeah, and I want to talk real quick about the jasmine tea.
Okay.
It's so
You
good.
gonna do a little plug? Hope for a sponsorship at some point.
It's
I'm still looking for PG tips, just to be clear. Still
it's
open
like
to that.
your nostalgic Chinese restaurant style
Do you know
tea.
what the brand is?
No,
Oh, that's
It's-
not helpful.
it's just jasmine green tea. It's so good.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's other. It's not Bigelow, is it?
Big
I don't
Below,
think- I said Bigelow.
Buffalo,
I'm
Buffalo,
gonna buffalo biff your head in.
Buffalo Biff. Don't do it.
Okay, I won't.
I don't
That's
know
all
what
it
the
took.
brand names is.
Okay, should probably have that ready if you're gonna plug a thing.
Where? Okay. It's
Because
just this. This just
I'm
the kind. Go
I'm
to
sure
the
there's
store.
a spectrum of jasmine green tea, and all jasmine green teas are not created equal.
Fair enough.
Oh, sorry about that.
Thanks for doing that my way. by the
I
way.
didn't want to do it.
Jeez. To the right.
Because I'm bonking my headphone
Because
here.
I'm bonking my headphones.
Ugh, can't even look at you. So nothing to add, because you know how I said, oh, you should come up with some songs of your own. You're just like, I'll just comment on yours.
I
but
mean,
you've given me nothing.
We talked about it for a minute.
You gave me
or you
jasmine
did,
green tea
and I
in
kinda-
response.
And jasmine green tea is delicious, and you should have it. And it has a nostalgic taste.
All right,
I don't
good-
have
good
any,
addition.
I don't
Okay.
really have anything to add. I think the song's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I like it a lot. I like the song a lot. I think you should listen to it if you haven't, you the listeners.
I think it's a little bit maybe like
Risque.
let me.
Adult themed.
This is my time to talk. Remember, I think it might be a little bit like, you know, those erotic novels where it's like women tend to like them more. I think
It's a chick
I
song?
think that song might be a little bit
Mommy
like that.
porn? A little bit. I know, that's what they call 50 Shades of Grey. That's
Just
what they
don't
called it.
say anything if that's what you're gonna say.
That's what they called it.
Okay.
I think you're right, though. Yeah.
It's more of a ladies thing.
How would you write it if it was from a man's perspective?
How would I write it?
Yeah. If
I was to rewrite the song.
or if you, what would make you like it better? Just not talking about it. Let's go in the bedroom and shut the door. See you in the morning. Like, what makes it more geared towards women or popular by women instead of by men?
Probably because it's a man singing about what he's going to do to you.
That's true.
And, you know, I don't really want him to bash my door down and then make me take it from him. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's going to take it from you.
No, he says, take it, right?
No,
Take
he
it right
says-
there.
I think he's saying, I'm going to take it right there, baby.
Oh, I'm going to take it.
I think
Okay.
so. Oh,
Okay.
maybe he meant, like, take my sausage right there. I don't
think
know.
that's what he's saying.
Oh,
is
okay.
Take it right there.
Okay. And you don't want to take it?
No.
And there, here, there, anywhere?
You're there anywhere.
In a
Never.
in a hair
nowhere.
with a bear? Okay.
Uh-huh. So I think that's why women are more
So if a
into
woman
the
was
song
singing it-
because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to break down the door and F the S out of you.
Uh-huh.
What?
And you're just, if you're picturing yourself as that receiver, you're frightened. You're quite frightened.
Well,
Which
yeah.
kind of takes away any of the like the real and the romance because you don't want to take that.
Yes.
I get it. Yeah.
Yes,
It's very simple
Okay, cool.
once you explain that. I mean, I just wasn't seeing it from your perspective.
Okay.
No, I guess I was thinking like you'd think about it from his perspective, like, oh yeah, that's sexy. When I get home from my little trip, that's what I'm going to do to Sarah. I'm going to maybe not break down the wall, but maybe just, get back up against that wall and take it. Take my
I don't know.
kielbasa.
I usually, when I hear songs, I'm thinking about the other person. I'm not really like putting myself in their place.
That's just interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
As you like to
Next
say, moving on.
Next song, please.
You're weird.
Why am I weird?
Your thing keeps
Thinging?
I could do it on the computer, but
My fring keeps ringing. Here you go.
So one of my favorite bands for a long time was Depeche Mode, and I still like them a lot, but I
like them.
I played them a lot, certain albums. Some of my favorites are Enjoy the Silence, just so many. And I don't know the album names because I think, especially with the advent of smartphones and iPods and everything, like I just would get the songs and play my favorites. But one of the ones that I never really cared for when I was younger, but I liked as I got older, and maybe because of the lyrics were kind of interesting, was Policy of Truth. And as I listened to it more and more, I thought, I think this song's about cheating. And I kind of looked it up. Sometimes there's people that, excuse me, opine about the meanings, and they kind of are crappily done, but there wasn't a lot that came up right away. And like some person said, oh, it's like a spiritual awakening. And I'm like, I don't think so. But maybe because I had seen the video before, and then I watched it again today, and I was like, this is clearly about cheating or something. Someone said, oh, it's a little bit becomes like a stalkerish thing by the man. So it's the band members. The video is the band members, and it's excuse me, it's black and white, and at the beginning they're all kind of making out with these women. It's very, I don't know, it's very passionate looking and whatever. And then the woman in each of the scenarios ends up kind of breaking away and running away, you know, like she's got somewhere else to be. And you kind of get the impression like she's got to get back to something or someone. And then the man kind of stands there looking disappointed or depressed. And the lyrics are, excuse me very much. You had something to hide, should have hidden it.
That's not part of the lyrics,
No, it's
by
not.
the way. Excuse me very much.
Let me start over. You had something to hide, should have hidden it, shouldn't you? Could also be talking about a flasher showing his peen. Now you're not satisfied with what you're being put through. It's just time to pay the price for not listening to advice and deciding in your youth on the policy of truth. Things could be so different now. It used to be so civilized. I don't really know about that one. You will always wonder how it could have been if you'd only lied. It's too late to change events. It's time to face the consequence for delivering the proof and the policy of truth. Now, I could see this being, and some people said that that's all the meaning is people who feel very righteous about always speaking the truth can tend to regret it because it can hurt the person they're talking to or change a relationship or just, like someone said, the singer, the person speaking the truth is the one being punished. But then I don't know the breakdown of songs. It says, so it's not like a refrain. Maybe it's a refrain. I don't know. It's not the chorus. But anyway, it says, never again is what you swore the time before. And then it repeats that a few times throughout the song, which to me says you cheated, or you cheated and told the truth. You swore you wouldn't do it again. You did it. One or the other. That's what I took it to be. And I just found it interesting because, again, as a kid, like I would hear it and think it meant a certain thing, or just think kind of, you don't think about the meaning at all. You just like it. you know? And then you hear the lyrics later as an adult and they just change. And, you know, there's just another, I guess it's like growing up, there's just more layers that you see. There's more gray areas or just, you know, and I just thought, that's interesting. And I have definitely had that issue, not with cheating. I've never cheated, but speaking truth, not necessarily regretting it, but having it kind of mess up relationships. I don't think I've ever regretted it because I also just, it's just in my nature that if you say something to me or I see something that's going on and I think it's kind of important and I want to call you out on your shit, I mean, I kind of make the decision, this relationship might not go well. It might suffer. Yeah. And I've lost probably at least a couple. And, but it's like, you know, that's just who I am. It might be a bit arrogant as well to think that I have to speak the truth. It's not all the time. I don't walk around telling people like, you're fucking ugly, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, some things are important though to like hash out. And if the relationship falls apart because of it, you know, sometimes it's worth it. If it's something that's really important.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was important. This one relationship I'm thinking of, I thought it was important. And it might seem trivial to someone else, but I felt like what was going on in the workplace was very sort of representative of that person and their dealings with stuff as a whole, on the whole, in their life. Yeah. And so I thought it was important to be like, you're not with integrity right now. Like this thing that you're saying is not, you're not acting like an adult. You're not responding. Anyway, it lost me a friend basically. Or, you know, like we're friendly or civil now, but it's not like it was. I'm clearly just going to knock myself out with a filter. So I just thought it was interesting. I mean, do you want to read the lyrics? It's just basically saying all the consequences of telling the truth, of adhering to this policy of truth. You'll see your problems multiplied, which is an interesting message. Like your policy of truth, and maybe it just means like there's a time and a place. Yeah,
I get that. Like you don't want to just be walking down the street and see somebody who's, you know, I don't know, large or something and just be outright saying like, hey, fatso. Right. Or like, I mean, that's just mean, but saying like, hey, you're fat. Right. Which is
like a fat person eating a burger and going, you probably shouldn't be eating that. That's a time when you just mind your own business. You know, if they were eating this burger going, why am I so fat, out to the open, then maybe you could be like,
chime in.
Or I have some input for you.
But even then you might be like, I'm not touching that one. I don't
your family and friends can tell you. Yeah. Yeah. But
and also there are white lies, like, you know, to protect someone's feelings.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I get that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I thought these would have a little more.
I'm sorry.
Spur a little more conversation. Anyway, here's another one. It's about cheating. That again, I'm fine. Just phlegmy for some reason. I didn't know it was about cheating when I was a kid. And I'm not like picking these because I love stuff, but there's a lot of songs about cheating or just like casual.
The only one that sticks out the most to me, or actually the only one that sticks out at all to me.
Why is your thing set to fall asleep after 30 seconds?
Whatever the hell it is. Margaritas in the Rain or whatever. Whatever the heck that song is.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. That's the one I should have chosen. Okay, I'll look that one up.
And that's a really good song.
Pina coladas?
Yeah. And then if you like pina coladas.
What's it actually called?
But then
Escape.
you think
that's horrible. Escape.
Then you think of the meaning of behind this. Let me try again. You think of the meaning of the song and it's like kind of shitty and sad. And it's like these people are cheating on each other.
Or ready to,
Or ready to. And then they meet each other and it's like,
oh, it's all good.
It's all good. But then you'd be thinking like, you were trying to cheat on me. And you were trying to cheat on me. This relationship is built on glass.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's called Escape, or, you know, informally the Pina Colada song, or commonly the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes. And I don't know if he's done anything else. I always think it's by someone really well known. Rupert Holmes. I was tired of and the initial part is just sort of like it's just sort of insulting to the relationship. I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long, like a worn out recording of a favorite song. Damn it to hell. So while
Much like if you like pina coladas and something in the rain.
But that is like, I think people just latch on to that and they're like, oh, it's about, like, it's kind of like Margaritaville, like, ha ha ha, alcohol song, alcopop, whatever kind of song, fun stuff. It's not about that at all.
If you aren't thinking about it, it's a really nice.
If you're a dumb idiot who doesn't
song.
think about stuff, you might think that. I'm just kidding.
You're really calling a lot of people out, including me.
So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed, and in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, which I find insulting because yoga's really good for you.
If you're not into yoga?
If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain. I don't know if those are supposed to be related, but he's clearly anti-yoga. So fuck you, Rupert Holmes.
But she's also anti-yoga?
Oh, no, sorry. It's her who's anti-yoga.
So
He's reading in the personals.
Okay.
He's reading a personal ad. So sorry, Rupert Holmes. But fuck you, his lady, who doesn't like yoga. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, you're going to get sand in all your bits. Then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape.
all your bits.
Okay, this is the
All
part
7
that
of
really
them.
shows what a shitbag he is. I didn't think about my lady. I know that sounds kind of mean. I'd say that's definitely underplaying how that is. But me and my old lady had fallen into the same old dull routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food. I'm into champagne. So they're going to die of bad food and alcohol poisoning and no yoga. And sand. It's probably some kind of genital infection from sand.
Butt crack sand.
I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape. I mean, how much red tape is involved in a personal ad? Anyway, at a bar called O'Malley's where we'll plan our escape. So I waited with high hopes and she walked in the place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. Suddenly, she becomes lovely. It was my own lovely lady, and she said, "Oh, it's you." And to me, I hear a little bit of disappointment. "Oh, it's you." Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, "I never knew that you like pina coladas, la 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 la."
And that you wanted to cheat on me.
Oh, I never knew you were a cheating bitch.
Minor
like
detail.
Me. Yeah. So
we were both trying to cheat on each other.
Yeah.
So let's begin this long, awkward rest of our lives.
Yeah, and let's try to communicate if we think things have gone a bit stale, you know? Get a therapist, maybe learn some sex tips or something, maybe go have a pina colada and have sex on the sand dunes if that's the thing you want to do. You know, maybe use one of those bamboo mats so the sand doesn't get in your bits, you know?
Communicate a little bit.
Yeah. Now, obviously, it was really popular chorus, fun. So when it comes on, I do sing along with it. But I'm also like, so shitty.
It is pretty shitty, yeah.
I didn't think about my lady. I know that sounds kind of mean. Too fucking right. But she was already laying there with her cheating heart. She had already placed the ad. That's the thing is when you think about it, you're like, oh, here I was feeling bad for her. And she'd already taken out a personal ad. Anyway,
and
it's kind of fun.
Probably not the first one, possibly.
Possibly. So maybe you want to get yourself tested, mate, because, you know, just saying. Both of them. It's pretty fun, though. That's more of like a lighthearted one, even though maybe because they don't do the cheating, even though they fully intend to do.
It's just an interesting situation where it's like, there's no way that would end good.
How perfect. How perfect that this ended.
You would meet and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why didn't you talk to me? Why didn't you talk to me? Why are you responding to an ad by a lady you don't know? But it's you.
Fist fight.
That's just convenient. Yeah.
And civil. Civil fight.
Civil fight?
It's not civil fight. What's
domestic
it called? Domestic.
Fight? Yeah. Anyway, I See, I think these are fun. I mean, okay, that came out wrong. Kind of just like interesting when you
need some wawas?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Here.
Some tea. No, I have tea.
All right.
All right. Here, you read the lyrics. This might be fun.
Okay.
You read this is Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. And I, of course, didn't know what this song was about. Just thought it was a love song. I think I even played it on the piano because we had like a book. When I was younger, we had a book that was like a popular pop tunes, lyrics and music. So maybe that's where I first saw the lyrics. And I was like, oh.
I don't know if I recognize this song. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You've got your family and and they need you there. Sorry. Though I've tried to resist, this is where you learn that I cannot read. Though I've tried to resist being last on your list, but no other man's gonna do. So I'm saving all my love for you. It's not very easy living all alone. My friends try and tell me, find a man of my own.
Really good advice.
But each time I try, I just break down and cry because I'd rather be home feeling blue.
So she's choosing her depression. She's choosing her misery.
So I'm saving all my love for you. You used to tell me we'd run away together. Love gives you the right to be free. You said be patient, just wait a little longer, but that's just an old fantasy.
So he's clearly kind of stringing her along, which I think is a tale as old as time. We'll run away. I'll leave my wife just as soon as the kids graduate high school. You know what I mean? Whatever.
And then we can have a relationship built on mistrust.
Yes. And by then we'll both be older and saggier and we probably won't want each other anymore. I mean, I feel like that's just how cheaty relationships go.
Well, yeah. I mean, how can you trust someone that you have cheated? Someone who, how would you phrase that?
Someone who's cheated to be with you?
Yeah, and you've also cheated.
Well,
How can there
she's
be...
single.
Ah.
Well, she's not cheating on someone.
I guess
but
I
she's
was tuning
clearly
my brain out
knows that this man is attached. And, it's just I think I'm quite progressive and modern, but I also think if you have taken vows and you have an understanding with your person to be in a monogamous relationship, it's important if things are slipping that you talk about it. And you also recognize that sometimes the grass looks greener on the other side, but what you're not thinking about is that if you cheat with someone because it's shiny and new and exciting, but ultimately, I'm thinking you're planning on being with that person. You're going to be going through the same shit that made this other relationship go sour for you. Mm-hmm. You're going to be dealing with the same day-to-day shit. It's like when you start a new job. The shine wears off. You figure out how to make it happy or just be clear that you want an open relationship. But if you go into a monogamous relationship, I mean, that shit, you're going to be stuck with that person and it's going to get old and it's going to be the same old shit. And you're probably going to miss your old person because they were better than the one you just cheated with, Yeah. It's a grass is always greener, not being in reality, not communicating. It's just funny. It's funny. I know it's just a song and it's a good song. Like she had a great voice, but I just thought, God, I hate this now. I hate this song because I think also because I hate the idea there's like I don't want her to be the pitiful other woman. It's like it's like the other woman is always demonized and vilified more than the man, but also there's something pathetic about it. And I know it's like a sexist thing that has kind of, I think we've been brought up with a little bit or women have been brought up with, but I just like, don't put yourself in that position to be strung along and to be, you're waiting for him to make himself available to you when he's not with his family. Yeah. And otherwise you're alone and sad and you're just waiting for the phone to ring instead of like going out and having fun with your friends or meeting another partner. Yeah, you're the side. It's a very pathetic song.
You're the side piece. If he had his shit figured out, he would divorce his wife and be with you.
Yeah. And wait to have a relationship with you because it's just shitty. It's shitty all around.
And he would communicate. I think that's the biggest part is you would just communicate it. You would say, our relationship isn't working out or whatever.
Yeah. And the video.
Not like I'm going to have my cake and eat it too,
So a lot of music videos would sometimes not kind of elaborate or on the theme of the song, they would be like totally
I
different.
think a lot of the time musicians will hand their videos over to, animators or claymation people or whatever artists to make a video.
That's what they should have done
And a lot
with
of
this.
the time they'll run with it.
They should have made this a
They'll just
claymation
say,
video.
Have fun.
No, but this one actually does go along with the theme, and it shows this man, and Whitney Houston is the character, and she is a singer, so he's like her producer or something, or her, I think he's her producer. So they're in the studio, she's recording and singing and looking at him and being attracted to him, and he's smiling at her and nodding like yeah. And then he has this wife who's like seems to be a very important professional of some sort working in an office, and it shows them having like a little bit of tension. But in the end, Whitney Houston is walking away from the studio. She's walking away on the street outside alone, and the man goes to his wife on some romantic kind of balcony or bridge or something, and they hug and they're happy to see each other. So it's almost like, did this affair really happen, or is she having like a delusion? Because it's like she's playing this out in her head, and it's kind of seems like it's not clear that it's an actual thing that's happening, which is a really interesting possible interpretation. And then she's talking about, we're going to go home and make love all the night through, which I find disgusting because, of the cheating. And then, but they don't. Like, he goes to his wife, and it's just interesting. And she's just, it's kind of pitiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do you think? And that was like in the 90s or 80s, I think. Late 80s, maybe 90s.
I haven't heard the song or seen the video.
I really want to sing because it gets
gone through all the lyrics.
It gets in my head. It gets stuck in my head a lot, even though I hate the premise of it. But I can't sing it because, I think it's fine if we say the lyrics. Otherwise, they're just totally.
No,
if we ever were to get monetized, we'd be screwed. Otherwise, I could sing it. I could sing it for you, but
I think it's
or you could
fine
just play
to
it.
sing parts of songs and stuff. I think it's Well, but let me just finish the.
Okay.
I've got to get ready just a few minutes more. Gonna get that old feeling when you walk through that door. 'Cause tonight is the night for feeling all right. We'll be making love the whole night through. So I'm saving all my love for you. Yes, I'm saving all my love for you. Yes, I'm saving all my love for you. No other woman is gonna love you more. 'Cause tonight is the night that I'm feeling all right. We'll be making love the whole night through. Oh, it's just
It's
the
really
same thing.
hammering home on that
So that's just the whatever you call it.
chorus kind of thing. Yeah. So I guess that does kind of imply or say that it's not a delusion that's actually been ongoing for quite a while. Because it's like,
I was pretty quiet back there. Sorry, you might have to turn that up.
oh, that's okay. I'll use the level later. So, I'm going to get that old feeling when you walk through the door. So it's almost like the flame is a little bit dying in their affair. And the whole, like, that's just an old fantasy that you're going to leave your wife. So, like, you're just letting yourself be strung along.
Yeah.
Break free, woman. Break free. Be alone. Be with someone else. Do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Maybe don't seek out people who are with people. Yeah. I think that's a thing for some people.
Yeah.
It's like you have a life established. You're married and with kids or whatever. And that is, like, desirable to people. Which, it kind of makes sense because it's like you're established. You have your shit together, basically, is what that kind of means. So it
like
makes
she's
sense.
looking to him because she wants to have that with him.
No,
Like
I'm just talking about general, like, people that go after married people. I think a big part of it is because they kind of have their stuff together. If you have a family, if you're married and have a house, etc., you've kind of got your shit more together than just like...
Or it looks like you do.
It looks like you do.
Yeah.
So maybe that is a draw? I don't know.
Well, I think,
Just speculating.
solid,
I don't actually
successful family people are attractive. And people get thrown together, and then sometimes attractions build because maybe you're working very closely together. So, like, in this instance, she's recording music with him. They're in the same social circle. But she's clearly, like, you can have that first sort of attraction, mild, just attraction. Like, this is a person I find physically attractive, as well as just their personality is nice. But it's like what they used to say in FA is you're not responsible for that first thought that pops into your head about food, but you're responsible for the second and subsequent ones.
Yeah,
so
like spiraling.
You're responsible for making that next thought of, I'm going to go back to that instead of going, nope, I need to create some distance, or I need to just go meet some, fixate on someone else.
Yeah. I think that is important for a lot of things. Like it's fine to think about a thing once and be kind of like bothered by it, but don't spiral.
Yeah.
Figure it out,
Yeah. Instead of just saying like, he's clearly attached, off limits, not an option.
Yeah.
Instead of going the second time, well, but maybe he's not happy with his wife. Maybe I can. Well, clearly he's not ready to leave her. Mm-hmm. I mean, clearly it's just a song, but that shit happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, then what kind of relationship is that going to be? You're not going to trust him.
Mm-hmm.
If he cheats on his wife for a year and then eventually finally leaves her,
yeah,
you're not going to be able to trust him.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you're off to produce someone else's record. Oh, I'll just come with you and supervise you.
Yeah.
Because that's funny. That's how our relationship started.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, he's still going to be seeing his old ex-wife and family if he has kids.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have all that baggage with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting, but it's not a super positive, uplifting thing.
No.
Sorry. Is it bringing you down?
No, it's fine.
I just like song lyrics. I feel like
it's just not. There's not a lot to work with, and these are like situations that people are actually in. So it feels
not a lot to work with. What does that mean?
Like joke wise.
Oh yeah, there is. We can totally make fun of these people. No, you don't agree? Also, because they're kind of dated. These are all Eric Church's song isn't about cheating. What was the one you brought up? Oh, Pina Coladas. They're all very dated. I feel like getting caught in the rain.
I'm getting caught in the rain.
If you're not into yoga,
if you
have a brain. If I only had a half a brain. Do. Scarecrow.
Yeah, I know.
All right. You're just looking at me blankly, you putz. So another super dated guy and song, Bryan Adams. I watched a couple of his videos because I saw another one that I liked. Let me see if I can find a picture. 80s, 90s. Oh, he did the whole he looks like he had surgery. Everything I Do It For You, the Robin Hood, Kevin Costner. That song that was like
everything I do, I do it for you.
Exactly.
That one.
It was like the top of the charts for like weeks or months.
Huh.
Which it was cool in the beginning, but not. So here's like a picture of him. So he's a somewhat attractive guy, but he's got really bad skin, which I always felt bad for him.
He
that's
looks young.
Probably not. I think this is, and he looks so different, and that's what makes me think he's had surgery. People get like eye lifts and stuff.
He still looks quite young.
He's got kind of a baby face, but he's super pockmarked.
Doesn't look like he's had surgery, really. Maybe he's just wearing makeup.
His eyes here look very different compared to like.
It looks like they've got a spotlight on him.
Compared to this one.
Yeah, I think because there's a spotlight on him, so he's squinting.
I don't know, man.
He's squinting.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was pretty big in the 80s and 90s, I think, kind of pop rock, like guitar heavy, rock guy.
Yeah.
You jutting out your jaw like a friggin'
I'm just listening.
simpleton. It just looks funny.
Like a troglodyte.
Yes. So his song, I listened to one. First of all, I looked up another one I forgot about called Cuts Like a Knife, which I think is a great song. Mistake to watch the video because they're playing, the band is playing in an empty swimming pool, and he's talking about his woman basically leaving him for someone else. So it's a bit of a cheaty song, but it's just so corny and like cringy to watch some of like the camera cuts and like him looking back at the camera, and it's like, why did you have to do that? It's like
Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
But
I love them so much. They have
such cool songs, but then you're looking at them and you're like, oh man, your fashion choices.
But I forgive them because I feel like maybe they knew even at the time,
yeah.
I love them so much.
And it doesn't even matter because their sound is good.
We should just do like a Hall & Oates episode and just go through their songs and like rank like our favorites.
Could do. They have some really good songs.
Don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the one that they were saying? I heard someone ripped off.
I kind of want to look up one that I think is really good.
Okay. I was listening to a song and the person on the DJ said, "Oh, they full on admitted that they ripped this off from Hall & Oates." And then Hall & Oates was like, "Whatever. We ripped that off from this other person." It was like all music is basically a ripoff, which I don't totally agree with, you know. But I thought, oh, that's cool of them not to just immediately go into lawsuit mode. Oh, that hair. Oh yeah.
This one where they both look like women except for the mustache.
Is that You Making My Dreams Come True?
Sarah Smile.
Oh God, yeah. One of my friends always likes to send that to me because it's a Sarah song, along with the Jefferson Starship one, and I just swear at them and say, "Leave me alone." I thought the You Make My Dreams Come True is the one where they really look like there's like one of them has like a turquoise shirt, and then the blonde guy, I don't even know which is which. The blonde guy just has like so much makeup on.
She's Gone, I think, is a good song.
I don't know that
Just
one.
melody wise.
Should I look up the lyrics?
Sure, if you want.
Hall and Oates. I used to think it was Holland Oates. You know? I didn't realize it was Hall and Oates.
Hall and Oates. Daryl Hall and John Oates.
What's it called? She's Gone.
She's Gone. It's got a really nice melody.
Melody. Everybody's high on consolation. Everybody's trying to tell me what is right for me. Yeah. My daddy tried to bore me with a sermon, but it's plain to see they can't comfort me. Sorry, Charlie, for the imposition. I think I got it. I got the strength to carry on. Oh, yeah. I need a drink and a quick decision. Now it's up to me. Ooh, what will be? Ooh. She's gone. She's gone. Oh, why. I better learn how to face it. She's gone. She's gone. Oh, why. I'd pay the devil to replace her. She's gone and she's gone. And oh, why. What went wrong? Get up in the morning, look in the mirror, one less toothbrush hanging in the stand. Yeah, my face ain't looking any younger now. I can see love's taking a toll on me. She's gone. She's gone. Blobbity, blobbity. Think I'll spend eternity in the city. Let the carbon and monoxide choke my thoughts away.
Yeah,
that seems healthy.
And the way they like pronounce carbon monoxide, it's like carbon monoxide or something.
Aren't they American?
I think so, but they pronounce it kind of weird.
On purpose?
I think maybe.
Oh, carbon monoxide.
They just say it kind of funny. I don't know.
Choke my thoughts away, and pretty bodies help dissolve the memories. They can never be what she was to me. She's gone. She's gone.
Speaking of
Wow.
sorry to take it.
It's fine.
Speaking of weird lyrics and songs, gosh, Leonard Nimoy, he did the Hobbit song, and it is like a nightmare.
Is it?
Yeah. So he sings a song about Bilbo. Bilbo Baggins, and the video is just so
There's a video?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Like made for the song?
Yep.
Oh no.
And he also covers Creedence Clearwater song Rolling on the River.
Oh yeah.
And he mispronounces everything on purpose.
Like he tries to sound like someone from the South or whatever it is.
Just the way they affect certain words.
Yeah.
Like
Hoyd.
Hoyd.
Boynin.
Yeah. Big wheel keep on toying, and he like pronounces it that way. I don't know. It's so
Your little giggles.
It's so weird.
So do you want to read it just sounds like what's disturbing about the lyrics?
Of what?
The Bilbo Baggins song.
No, just the video is disturbing.
Oh, okay. Because I was like looking like, what are they talking about?
No, I think it's
okay.
Just very dated and just very strange video of Spock. It basically
he has a name.
Bilbo
he has
Baggins.
an identity.
I know, but
but not really, is what you're saying with your eyes.
He does, but it's like Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers. It's like that's Tom Hanks.
You don't get to stray out at. What are you doing? I just saw a tail and I was like, we don't have a cat. Hey, go lay down. You don't have anything to add to this music lyrics discussion.
Except
you
a
silly.
lot of
and flapping.
Jeez, this fucking animal. Everywhere he goes.
Well, he gets all his own hairs and little meat slivers stuck in his mouth.
So weird. And then when he lays under you and you're just trying to focus on something while you hear.
It's 3 times now
then
you've subjected them to this.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Just endless.
Especially when it's a burp followed by a loud swallow.
Endless.
Because a lot of times he'll come up and look at you, and then I wonder if because he's like stretching his neck, he'll do like a
Yeah.
and then it like will be looking right at you.
And it's uncomfortable. Some of the positions he lays is uncomfortable on his throat, but he will continue to lay there just swallowing endlessly. And you're like, can you just like change positions so you don't have to do that?
You're getting so worked up about it.
Sorry.
That's funny. Okay, he laid back down. Where do we go from here? I don't. Do you have anything else? Okay, so I mean, we could watch the video, but I feel like maybe we should just do a link in the description. Can you unlock this again?
Sure.
I wish I'd brought my phone. I have the guitar riff from Run to You in my head because that's the. Oh, that's funny because that is also a Whitney Houston title. But Bryan Adams' Run to You is also a cheaty song. So I'm not into cheating. I just want to be very clear. But it resonates with me because I think it's such a shitty thing. And I feel like in the 70s and 80s and maybe 90s, it was very casually dealt with, at least in songs. Like, I don't know if like because women were becoming more liberated that I just feel like it was very casual. So songs that I didn't know about. So like what's the one Sam Smith who sings?
Oh.
And it's
Sam Smith?
No.
Sam Cooke?
No, Sam Smith, the English guy, newer.
I don't know.
But
I like Sam Cooke. Sorry,
Sam Smith is it's really, really good song. I'll play it for you. And he it's very sad and heart-wrenching and like, okay, but obviously that person is on the receiving end of they're the ones being cheated on. So it's a lot different. But it's like, if you just think about this perspective, you wouldn't sing about it as the cheater in the casual way that you're singing about it. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I swear to God, 5 seconds and it goes to sleep.
So here, let me just show you
All right.
the password.
Why did you pick that?
I don't know, because it's just
funny that you can remember it. I mean, it's good.
It's just a password.
Okay. So Bryan Adams' Run to You. She says her love for me could never die, but that'd change if she ever found out about you and I. Oh, but her love is cold. Well, that hurts. Wouldn't hurt her if she didn't know. Because it's like you're talking about a dog.
Wouldn't hurt her if she didn't know.
Because when it gets too much, I need to feel your touch. I'm going to run to you. I'm going to run to you because when the feeling's right, I'm going to run all night. Basically, when you get a heart on, I'm going to run to you. She's got a heart of gold, so she's sounds like a really nice person.
For 2
his wife.
minutes.
Making love.
Making love for 2. Making love for 2 minutes.
2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven. Yeah. She's got a heart of gold. She'd never let me down. So she's a solid, good wife.
That's a Flight of the Conchords reference, by the way.
Yeah, they don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
Care. No, I'm just kidding. But you're the one that always turns me on. You keep me coming round. I know her love is true, but it's so damn easy making love to you. I got my mind made up. I need to feel your touch. I'm going to run to you. Yeah, I'm going to run to you because when the feeling's right, I'm going to stay all night. I'm going to run to you. Let's see if there's any more. It's basically the same thing. So it's just, he's got his good, solid, steady wife, but that's boring. So he's going to stay with her. What she doesn't know won't hurt her. But he's got his fuck buddy on the side. And I guess she's just okay with that. Cause like, I feel like
I'd beard or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I think she's just, she's his sexual punching bag. I don't know. But it's like, if you're the other woman, maybe you're not in the mood sometimes, or maybe you're in the mood and it's like, no, you don't just get to run to me.
No, I was talking about his wife being like a beard.
Oh, maybe.
Like she wouldn't care anyway.
No, I think she'd care. I think he's saying what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
Oh, okay.
Because he says she loves me.
Sorry. I didn't.
She says her love for me could never die, but that would change if she ever found out about you and I. So she would care.
Wow.
As most partners would.
Wow.
So it's just like,
what a douche.
I feel like people would just write these songs. Like, I don't know if Bryan Adams wrote this song, and it was just like a casual thing. Like, as long as she doesn't know, it's not hurting anything. And I don't know, maybe there's people who would agree with that if you never tell or they never find out. And I think there are some relationships where maybe the woman or the man becomes a bit complacent and their main role maybe becomes as the mother and the homemaker. And maybe they're not super interested in sex. I think that probably happens a lot. And maybe they don't care as long as you're like, and it's a very sexist thing, but I'm just saying I think it probably happens a lot still where, you know, this is going to come across very sexy. Okay, back in the 80s at least, you know, he's probably the provider, you know, or like maybe some people just, they're happy with the inertia of going along, or they think they are, to just kind of be in this rut with their partner. But I think what can break you out of that is, you fucking cheating on me? I didn't think I cared, but I really fucking care. And now I'm going to chop your bits off.
Well, and if things aren't going well, like,
Thanks.
go to therapy. Mm-hmm. If you actually care about the person.
I think people think that therapy is for broken, crazy people still, you know?
I mean, it is, but you have to realize that we're all broken and crazy.
I just mean, I think it's for everyone.
That's what I just said.
I know, but
I think
you were like, well, it is.
You didn't hear past my, well, it is.
I did.
Because I was saying it is, and we are all broken and crazy. We all need fixing.
I don't.
It's
I
just
guess
different
maybe
degrees.
crazy seems a bit extreme, but yes, okay, you're probably right. Dysfunctional perhaps is a kinder word than broken and crazy.
You're the one who said it first.
I didn't say that everyone was broken and crazy though. That's what you said.
I know. You
Okay.
said that some people think it's just for those kind of people.
Yes. Okay.
Glad we rehashed that.
Don't be rude, you cue ball.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You
Cool,
go.
Cool.
What do you got?
Cool. What have I got? What have I got?
Are there any
I
songs that you like that are just...
I had mentioned earlier that I like Sam Cooke songs.
Oh, yeah.
He has some really good songs.
Didn't he have a cheaty song that you told me about?
He had a song about him being cheated on,
Oh.
which was kind of weird. Like so it goes through the song and has kind of like a strong feeling, and then it ends with this weird kind of almost backtracky type feel to it. I don't know.
You could look it up on your phone.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's faster.
Probably this.
Okay.
Because I can type.
But then you can't talk into the microphone if you're talking while you're... You're so weird.
Take a picture of that.
I would if I had my phone. Hand me your phone.
Don't take a picture of it.
Oh, come on.
A side profile of my nose?
You
No.
have a great nose. Shut up.
It'll look like a surfboard attached to an orange.
What?
I don't know.
That was bad.
Cause I'm a Baldilocks.
Ugh,
Okay. Anyway.
your nose isn't that big. And it's sexy. It's not as big as that. It's not as big as...
As big as Zach's nose.
Yeah.
And I don't even think Zach has a big nose.
Yeah.
Psychic pebbles. Zach.
I think maybe compared to the rest of his features.
I don't think he has a big nose at all, actually.
All right. I'm sorry if he's your best friend.
Yeah. Shut up about him.
And his large honker.
He doesn't have
Okay.
a large honker. Okay. Sam Cooke. I don't remember. I think it's Bring It On Home to Me.
Well, I don't think you want to play it.
I'm not going to play it.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
I think you could just Google the lyrics.
Oftentimes people will post the lyrics,
Oh, okay.
but nobody has done
Just
that.
Google the song title and lyrics. Because then you know for sure that they're coming up.
Oops.
Now I've got that Bryan Adams song stuck in my head, but I can't sing it.
So,
See, this is why you put it on your phone, because you can hold your phone up.
if you
in
ever
front of...
change your mind about leaving me behind, baby, bring
What
it
was
to
that?
me. Bring your sweet lovin', bring it on home to me. I know I laughed when you left, but I know I
Whoa.
only hurt myself.
Why did he laugh? Like to just
I
have
think-
like bravado or whatever?
I'm assuming maybe he was a jerk, and she was like, "I'm gonna
Oh.
leave you."
Oh, okay. So
Assuming,
okay.
and then he laughed.
Oh.
I'll give you jewelry and money too.
Whoa. That's not the
that
way
ain't
to
all that
rectify
ain't all
that.
I do for you. That's not all I do for you.
Okay.
If you bring it to me, bring your sweet lovin', bring it on home to me. You know I'll always be your slave till I'm buried in my grave. Oh honey, bring it to me, bring your sweet lovin'. Yeah. And then he says, one more thing, I tried to treat you right, but you stayed out late at night. But I forgive you, bring it to me. It's such a weird ending. It kind of like, so the song has like this inertia to it, and then that just kind of like
Maybe they didn't know what to do with it, and they were
Cuts it.
just like, just slap these last couple things on it.
I don't know. I don't think it was necessary, but it was just like a little, like he actually made this song for someone and was like, by the way, I just want to tell you, what were you doing super late at night? I don't know.
Assuming by late at night, he doesn't just mean going to the nightclub with your friends, having an innocent good time, but staying
Yeah,
out
which
late
is
effing
possible.
someone.
Yeah, who knows?
Or he jumped to conclusions. But I mean, if you are in a good, healthy relationship and you're out, or potentially a good, healthy relationship and you're out late all the time without your partner, I mean, it's nice to have like a girls' night, but if you're out all the time, it's like when what's his name sings about "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go,"
But
because
that's
she's
just-
always going out dancing without him.
That's just when communicating helps.
Yes, people aren't good at that.
Like, it hurts my feelings when, or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, if you've effed this person, you should be able to easily talk to them. Right?
Yeah, as long as it's not just like a series of one-night stands or a long one-night stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but presumably you've entered into that level of intimacy because there's a trust
Yeah.
and mutual respect and love.
Yeah.
I would hope.
That's a better way of
I would
saying what
hope.
I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No.
have a habit of doing that.
No, thank you.
Ah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Any way I can help. I love that song. I don't know if it's the actual title, Working My Way Back to You. And I always like adapt it to the situation we're in and think it's hilarious. I'll be working my way back to you, babe. It's such a great song. Burning love inside. We
Yeah.
can cut it, but I just love it.
But then that's just,
But it's about, I think he cheated on her and then he's trying to get back into her good graces. And it's like, man, I didn't know that
these damn
until I really listened hard. And now you fucked that song for me.
these damn jerk cheaters just have such beautiful angelic voices and melodies
Yeah.
that they
Like-
just grab hold of us.
I guess I thought that he like fucked up in some other way. Like maybe he, if I could just tell myself he was just kind of mean to her. Maybe he just spoke ill to her or said her butt, yes, your butt does look big in that. And then he's like, oh, I have to make amends. So I'm going to be working my way back to you instead of I effed someone else or I thought I could find someone else better. And now I realize the error of my ways. So I'm going to make amends. It's like, it just kind of ruins the song. So again, every
that
time
wasn't a fart, by the way. Sorry.
I missed it.
Okay.
What? Are you sure?
I
'Cause
made
you
a
look kind of clenchy.
I made a hand fart. Go ahead.
You like doing
Sorry,
that.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it's just another one of those songs that I get really into, and then I'm reminded every time, like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, it's about this.
can't you just change the lyrics or re-release it, and we can pretend it's about something else?
Uh-huh.
I just hate cheating.
It is kind of strange. It's like making a happy song. I mean, obviously, this is way different,
Mm-hmm.
but about like murdering someone.
Yeah. Well, Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
Oh yeah.
It's so happy and upbeat and such a good song. But I think that's why I like it, because somehow a serial killer is more acceptable to me than a cheater.
That's very
Because serial killing is
strange.
not a betrayal of someone that you love very closely. Usually you're murdering people that you don't know very well. No, I think because it's so... I'm just
Oh
kidding.
yeah.
I
Is
think
that
it's...
how it works?
No.
With
I,
these alleged serial killers.
I'm not one of them
Okay.
yet. No. I think because serial killer is so... Like, a killer is so obviously unacceptable that you can almost, like, make a mockery of it or a parody.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's weird
cheating
that-
is very intimate and it's a betrayal, and you're making a song and you're kind
and
of
it's
by
becoming
making
slightly socially acceptable.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also by making this song, you're singing it usually the songs that I mentioned are from the cheater's perspective or someone who is complicit in a cheat, and you're making me, you've lulled me in with a false sense of security, into a false sense of security by sympathizing with you until I realize what exactly you're singing about. And then I'm like, no, you're a piece of shit. Oh, Oh, that's like cultural appropriation.
Is it?
Probably. Maybe.
Who
Oh,
did
no.
we-
It could be the Jurassic Park guy. You didn't say the magic word.
Oh, is that? I don't know. I
Newman?
don't remember where I heard it from. Newman says that?
Wayne Knight. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Nedry.
sorry.
Dennis Nedry. Yeah.
Dennis Nedry.
So I think that's the thing. Whereas the Beatles were singing about, I think, Maxwell Edison or whatever his name is, smashing people in the head with a silver hammer.
Well, and there's no
But it's very
immediate relation to it, too. So it's not like it's them singing about themselves
Right.
murdering someone.
yeah. I did this funny
Then-
thing. Haha.
Then it would definitely be something else.
Yeah, I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's any songs
Sung by
about
serial killers?
Well, not by actual serial killers, but yeah, from the perspective of
There probably are.
probably
Written on toilet paper. I don't know.
no. But I'm just thinking of songs, like from the perspective of,
Yeah, I
but
know.
not really.
I know.
Okay, that would be interesting
But
to look
not
up.
really what?
Not really from someone who killed someone.
Oh.
Yeah. Just like a cool, like different fictional perspective. That would be an interesting
Like
premise for a
Leonard
song.
Nimoy's version of If I Had a Hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning.
But it's not about hammering a person, right? It's about
It
like
is.
I thought it was about hammering for
I don't
God. You
actually
fuck.
know. Hammering for God?
Yeah, I thought it was isn't that like you're hammering, you're like working hard, you're doing God's work or something. Isn't that like a Christian type song?
Probably. I thought it was about like,
A carpenter?
I really have no idea what it was about.
I just think of Billy Bass.
Oh gosh. Is that the wall hanging thing? Yeah. Oh my god. All I could think of when hearing those songs, it's just like with the Hobbit song, the Bilbo Baggins song. All I can think of is like Leonard Nimoy is singing this right now.
He
What
was
is
like Jewish,
happening?
right? Was he Jewish or
What is that? What do you mean? What is that?
Oh
have to
no,
do
I think
with
I was
things?
going back to the I think I was going back to the Creedence Clearwater song.
Oh.
Just yeah, that has nothing to do
Did
with
they sing all
his,
Christian songs?
But his pronunciation, like I guess there's Southern Jewish people who might talk like that. Are they Southern? Are
It
they
was
from
very
Louisiana?
much.
What? Yeah.
It was very much him.
So cringy.
Affecting his voice.
That could be a form of cultural misappropriation. I mean, we talk about that with people of color, but I feel like if
But also,
you,
it was in the 70s.
yeah, absolutely. They didn't know that term. I'm getting hungry, and I've had a
Okay.
fair amount to eat. I mean, I cooked a friggin' rib steak after we ate
Nice.
something
I think
because I
I
just needed
had
to cook
eggs
it.
and toast.
Did you?
Eggs and something. What
It's
did I
so
have?
dark.
I had eggs in the waffle. I think that's all I've eaten today.
In the waffle?
And the waffle.
Oh, okay. I was like
Eggs in
picturing
the
like
waffle.
you made like a sandwich, like a waffle egg taco.
You know what I do want to try
Mm.
really badly? I want to try a pulled pork waffle sandwich. So you take two waffle slabs.
I like the way your eye kind of went like, here's what you do.
Here's what you do out there, you
You're
guys.
really getting into it.
So you take two waffles and then slap some pulled pork in between them. Be sure you butter them first, because that makes it fucking amazing. So butter the waffles.
I'm gonna have to restrain you
and
in
then
a minute.
put the whole thing. So heat the thing up, of course, and then put the whole thing in like a toaster oven and toast that shit. Oh yeah.
Would you want to get that tomorrow? Do you want to make that? You suddenly then you're like demotivated. Like, no, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot
And it
of
involves
work.
going to the store. But we already talked about going to the
I
store.
mean, it's not that much work. Picking up pulled pork.
I just prefer traditional waffles with, see, my mouth started watering again. And
Because you're thinking about that pulled pork waffle sandwich.
No, I'm really not. I'm thinking about the pulled pork waffle sandwich without the pulled pork.
Pulled pork would be good on
butter and syrup. Without the pulled pork. Just be clear about that.
Pulled pork would be good on a, what are those things called that have nooks and crannies? English muffin. Yeah.
Yeah, that I could see, because to me that's more of a savory thing. But a waffle,
waffles can be savory. Chicken and waffles.
Not for me.
Okay.
You put the butter in the 4 quadrants, a bit of butter in each let me finish.
Okay.
And then you put the syrup in every hole, and then you have some syrup on the side. Because
every hole.
A syrup in every hole. That's like a political campaign, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how that's why I always like the Eggo waffles, is because they didn't sag and let the syrup out. And you could just easily I'd go up and down. It's more like a grid. Whoop, whoop, every hole. Even the little partial holes that are like on the side, because it's a circle.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Maximum amount of sugars.
So.
It's a lot of sugar.
So.
I'm just thinking about pulled pork sandwiches now.
Maybe we should wrap this up, because I don't think they want to be here in your reverie about,
Yeah.
I like how you're like, I hate it when Charlie does this thing. And you're like,
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm being very quiet, though. Probably too quiet. There we go. Now I'm more on your level.
You should have been doing that the whole time.
I know.
You freak.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I love you too, you special person of mine.
Is there anything else you want to add to the beautiful people? For the beautiful people?
To the beautiful people.
Shut up.
I can't think of anything else. Wait, let me think.
What was that thing you said about Yoko Ono and John Lennon? It was super funny and had me in fits.
I don't remember. I think you'll have to recall it.
It was turning back the clock even for an hour in 2020 is like having a bonus track on a Yoko Ono album. And Brandon said, "Are they still together?" And
yeah,
I laughed
but the thing is,
so hard.
But hold on. So you said somebody tweeted this at John Lennon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, are they still together?
I was trying to say they tweeted it at the John Lennon page, like the fan page or whatever. I just had a brain lapse. That's fair.
Which happens often.
And it's hard to keep track of which of the Beatles are dead and which are alive.
It's really not that hard with John Lennon.
Yeah.
I should have known. I think I was playing video games at the time.
Yeah.
So, a small amount of my brain was going to that.
A small amount?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, no, I understand. But it was just coming on the tails of that little meme or whatever. It was just so innocently said. And it was just the perfect timing and the perfect delivery.
And what did you say when I was like, are they still together? You said...
I think I said, like, that would be a problem considering he's been dead for many years.
Something
snarky like that.
And then you laughed so hard for so long. It reminded me of the time I fell up the stairs. And you just kept laughing. Look at you. Your face is red.
It was so funny.
Your eyes are all squinty. You just are
Don't do that. Don't imitate me like that again, because that was not a pretty picture. You're like, your eyes are so squinty.
It's my face you're commenting on right now. Jeez.
It was just, your delivery was so sweet and innocent. And it was just like...
Are they still together? As I'm playing a video game.
It was so funny. And I was like, does he know he's dead?
I do know.
Okay.
I have known.
And it was just because it was a funny meme, because I really can't stand her. And along with a lot of other people. I tried to listen
to some of her music to understand why
she thinks that she can do that.
Well, and why everybody was so upset that he left, he left the Beatles for her, right?
Oh.
Basically. Didn't she basically break up the Beatles? That was a lot of bees.
I think everyone blames her, but I think they were coming to the end of the road. Like, they had been together for a long time, very closely together. I think he and Paul were super head buddy, but there's recordings of tension between George and Paul. It was just a lot of fame very quickly. And I think it was probably just their time. And she maybe came at the right time and he was ready to make that transition. But everyone blames because everyone wants a good thing to last forever,
They want
and
an
it just
out
doesn't.
as well.
Yes.
They want someone to blame.
Well, and you want to. It is a thing of blaming the woman, and she's kind of awful.
She is kind of awful. If you listen to her quote unquote music, it's like, holy fuck, what is happening?
Like, I think if Paul left the Beatles to go be with Linda McCartney, I feel like people would be like, that's fair. They would hate Paul. But because people think that, John left for her and she's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
But it was so cute and funny. And I didn't want to shame you, but I really wanted to post it because it was just so funny.
It's just the
so instead
thing
we could share it on the podcast.
The thing that threw me was when you were like,
I know.
Somebody tweeted or somebody posted it to John Lennon. And I was like, So in my mind, it was like, he's alive.
Yeah.
He has a working page, but then it was like, okay, so
I think because I was looking at it, so I could see, it's posting to the page, and I didn't spell that out for you.
I was just explaining my confusion.
I totally get it. But it was so cute. And from my perspective, being very fully in the moment and knowing he's been dead for, what a tragedy that he died and got shot, years ago.
It was a huge deal.
It was a huge deal. And she's still, and that's the other thing I think why people hate her is I'm sure no one would say this. Well, maybe some people would. And I'm not saying this, but maybe the wrong person was taken. That's horrible.
Whoa.
But I'm just saying, why did we have to lose him and be stuck with her? And she's in charge of his estate. That's the thing. Is so
scary.
Any rights that he would have from the Beatles, I think she has, or his children maybe have. She has control over what they can do with his part of the intellectual property and stuff like that. And that's the thing. And then, so I think she had a big hand in, I don't know if it was Cirque du Soleil or some other Beatles thing that they were doing. And it was oh, fuck off.
And she's just not
just let the two surviving Beatles do that.
Yeah. She's just
You're not a Beatle. You weren't a Beatle.
She's not even a good artist.
Musician?
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I think a couple of the videos I saw was just her screaming. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess that's cool if it's your thing, but it's really, there's nothing unique about it. Mm-hmm. Anybody can scream on a mic. There's no...
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the fact that the Beatles worked up...
There's no beauty in it.
They had a huge collection. They had a huge, what do you call that? Discography or whatever. They have a huge amount of songs that are excellent songs. I know some people are very into hating the Beatles and saying they were over, what am I trying to say?
People hate the Beatles?
Yeah, or just, that they were, God, why can't I think of the word?
Because you're homies.
Overvalued, what's the word?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Stop saying
underdone.
Words and let me see. Overrated.
Thank you. But I just don't think you can deny their talent and their charisma and everything.
I wouldn't call them overrated.
Well, I think there's people who sometimes maybe do it just because it's
bacon's overrated.
That's fair. Yeah. But she didn't earn that. She didn't work her way up, at least from what I understand, at least in this country. She didn't work her way up. She became, I think, famous by attaching herself or falling in love, whatever, with John Lennon.
Yeah, of course.
You're not just another member of the Beatles now, or you're up there with them in terms of talent. And
she would not be famous at all if it were just based on her talent, because
I think that's why people hate her.
Because she would just be just another random noise musician.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay.
Go stand in a modern art museum and do that and be an exhibition and do your screaming and then be done with it.
Have your 20 people enjoy what you do. And that's, because nobody else can handle it or stand it, because people don't want to listen to you screaming at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strange.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird for her to, I don't know if she does, but if she has any pride in herself and her art, I don't know.
I think that's the thing, is just everything about her demeanor that I've ever seen is pretentious. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Anyone can be an artist just by walking around and acting weird and doing screamy songs. Like,
Which sucks.
yeah.
Because, like, I'm an artist.
You're like, I actually try really hard and I'm struggling every day.
But anybody,
Yeah.
you know, anybody who, like, sticks a crayon up their ass and sits on a piece of paper, you know, rotating on a piece of paper, they can call themselves an artist.
I feel like you resent those elephants who do paintings, you know, and like they sell for like a lot of money because
No,
that's kind of the equivalent of that.
That's
but,
okay because, you know, that's fine. But
Elephants are
humans
cute.
that do that, humans that put paint all over their bodies and then just like lay on a canvas and then sell it
Yeah.
somehow
Yeah.
for thousands of dollars, that just makes me furious.
Mm-hmm. I could kind of understand buying that if you have a lot of extra money and it's like a celebrity and just to say this is my
Yeah.
this is by such and such and it's like the only one. I
Yeah.
get that.
I get that
wouldn't
too.
necessarily do it.
But there are artists that are just like sort of random people that have connections.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you aren't really anyone special and
Yeah.
you don't really have any special skills.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you do, you're just not showing them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you're making unexceptional
Yeah.
artwork
Mm-hmm.
that's like literally, people say this all the time, like a child could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if a child could do it, it has no value. There's no, you know,
Sorry, kids.
if any dingus can do it, there's not really any value to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it needs like a label on it saying that such and such jerk off famous guy did it, it's like, then just sell the fucking label. I don't know. That kind of shit pisses me off because apply that logic to anything else.
Yeah.
Apply it to like home builders. Okay, I nailed this 2x4 to this 4x4 and stuck it in some concrete. I call this a home.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not a home. And why are you able to sell it for hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's money laundering, I guess.
Money laundering?
I think that's what a lot of people think it is
Oh, interesting.
in the art world.
Oh,
They think that, yeah.
sure.
it's-
I mean, I
tax
feel
evasion.
like they can use anything to do money laundering. So, yeah.
So
But I
find
think
some
also there are
jackass
just some people.
that can draw a line on a piece of paper and sell it for hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even blank canvases.
Yeah.
There's a guy that sold blank canvases for millions of dollars.
To me, what that sounds like is the Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah.
Where he's not wearing any clothes.
Yeah. But there are a lot of people that buy into it.
My God. Oh, my God. God help me.
It's
Please let me never
It's
make
so
any
frustrating.
moves that stupid or be that pretentious.
mm-hmm.
That's what makes me grateful sometimes that we don't have money because I feel like that makes you pretentious sometimes.
It doesn't make you an idiot, though.
I mean, I'm very
doesn't make
proud
you
that I own a
revert.
pair of AirPods. I think that makes me better than some people, but even if it's only been for a few days, but that's as far as my, you know,
I don't think you'd be buying
Pretension
$1 million
goes.
blank canvases. unless
no,
you were
because there's
trying
so
to,
much
like-
other things that money could, you know, think of all the children you could house or animals or,
Yeah.
I mean, I threw in children so you wouldn't give me that look when I always just go straight to the animals. But no, I know. I'm just kidding. I would, you know, just think of all the people you could help, house, food, anything. So many things.
If there's any pure intentions to buying that kind of crap art, it's definitely absolutely like, why do you not put that money
Or
towards something
selling
good?
it. If you sell that for $1 million and then you give that money to charity to educate people so they don't grow up to be stupid to buy blank canvases, that's really admirable. Or you just turn around. So you take advantage of rich, stupid, pretentious people and you give that money immediately, you know, maybe take your cut because you have to survive and live.
Yeah.
And you've gone to the effort to sell it or display it. But then you turn around and you give most of that to charity. I say go for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I doubt that's what's happening
Yeah.
for the
Well,
most part.
And there are a lot of rich people that are like, they buy things to like prove that they can,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And
Yeah.
even though it's like,
It's a status symbol.
yeah, like even if you're buying something that is pure shit, you don't give a fuck about it. And Yeah, it's a status symbol, like you said. There was a guy that came into the tattoo shop, and he said his buddy. I mean, this is on a smaller scale, but he had money. This guy had money, and he was like, my buddies like bet me that I wouldn't buy this thing, and he was like, so I bought it, and he was showing us. It was a belt buckle, and it was $500 for this fucking belt buckle, and I was like, Jesus, man, like what? Why?
I feel like the best reaction you could have for someone like that is like, cool. So what did you want? Just immediate, like nothing. Like, wow. Or just like, how stupid. But I almost just feel like no reaction is better for some. And honestly, that guy was probably agonizing about that, going like, I actually don't have a whole lot of money, but I wanted them to think I did. And I'm actually really regretting $500 because that's the stupidest thing I've ever,
I think he was thinking about it, because my reaction, I think at least, was like, $500? It's just a belt buckle. And I think I maybe said out loud,
fucking
like,
ugly.
Not it's ugly, but like it's just that same word, unexceptional. It's just a belt buckle. It doesn't it doesn't appear to be made out of anything special.
Yeah.
It's like brass or something.
Yeah.
But because it has the whatever that pattern, those, it's made by a specific company like Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci can sell, go to their website right now. They can sell Bugs Bunny sweaters that are ripped up and look like shit. They can sell those for $1,200 somehow. There was a minute where they were selling like ski masks and like all kinds of ugly garbage for a bunch of money. I don't understand it. And I don't get the kind of people that buy into that. But apparently it's those kind of people. They're like, I have the money, so I'm gonna buy the stupidest thing I see.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Have you seen the Gucci website?
No, you showed me.
Let's look it up
You
right now.
showed me.
No, they always have new stuff. Let's look.
Okay. I'm super
look right
excited.
Let's look at what stupid garbage they have.
Yeah, I think you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Okay,
What was that?
They have a normal looking handbag.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Oh my God. What is that?
Feast your eyes.
What the fuck is that? It's like a diamond pattern, pink, hot pink, and black. Oh, and like snakeskin red and black boots.
And there's a goat in the picture
I guess
for some
pink
reason.
and red are back in. That's a sheep, but nice try.
Sorry, its head and legs are shaved. It looks like a goat to me. Anyway.
I don't know what to call that.
She's got a fucking amulet, like a wizard's amulet.
Let me see. Oh yeah. It's like one of those old Catholic crosses with like the kind of starburst behind it. I don't know. And she's got like a handkerchief, like she's looking like Axl Rose up top, even with the hair. Huge Disneyland glasses. What is that? What is the backpack?
Here's a DuckTales
oh my
purse or
God.
backpack.
How much is it?
Let's see.
You click on it, you buy it.
Let's see how overpriced this crap is.
Come on, it might be reasonable.
$1,980.
And who's wearing it?
DuckTales
An adult.
backpack.
I'm sorry, but an adult black man.
An adult man is
wearing that. As if. Where would he wear that? And why? And how? And when? And why?
Oh, goodness. Here he is again with bell bottoms and a purse.
Orange velour bell bottoms. And he's got like a tennis outfit on.
I mean,
my God, man.
I
mean, she's wearing kind of like a normal outfit.
There you go, though. This is some kind of normal looking stuff.
Yes, it is. But it's so, like, I just don't understand the allure. I just don't even find them attractive. You can't just wear them or use them all the time because they're going to go out of style or they're not going to match stuff. Why? It's so wasteful. What is up with the bandanas or the handkerchiefs?
And there's like
men's bags. I don't know any men who carry a bag. And it's fine if you do. Just don't get the DuckTales Gucci.
This man has makeup on.
That's fine.
This man has lipstick on.
Hey, we don't judge or discriminate, do we?
But I don't think he's cross-dressing or in drag. I think he's just being quirky for Gucci's sake.
Just accentuating his luscious lips and his excellent jawline.
Kissable.
kissable, luscious lips, except you don't want to kiss him because you'll smear his lipstick.
You want to kiss me in my 70s outfit that I paid $100,000 for?
Yeah, good call.
This man has a bird on his arm. Like,
does that come with the
having
bag?
Trouble with it. It's like flapping, and he's kind of leaning away from it, like he's smiling, but
your
it's kind of
Gucci bag is not going to help you wrangle that bird.
it's kind of sheepish. Also, don't let that bird shit on your $1,200 shirt.
Yeah, and now it's worth $1.
I mean, it was worth $1 to begin with, but because it has that Gucci label.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, what's the difference between worth and value? I forget. So it was valued at
I don't know.
$100,000.
I gotta see.
Who's she bathing?
What? She's bathing someone?
She's like doing something with water. Oh, they're really selling it.
You want some silver gloves and a pumpkin?
Oh my god.
Go to
why do you
Gucci.
have to? Don't punish them more than you're already punishing
For
them.
fuck's sake, this shit drives me crazy. I don't understand people. I mean, I want to understand people, but I don't understand.
Like, what
them.
percentage of the population do you think actually buys this stuff? And not just the straightforward kind of bags, because I kind of get why people, it's like Uggs. Like, people didn't want the knockoffs; they wanted the Uggs.
I mean, some of these clothes are normal looking, and I would totally buy them. But like you just look at the price tag, and it's like, why? You could have that on anything. $790 for a fucking t-shirt. I mean, even if it was made out of if it was hand woven out of super good materials, I don't think it would be
Well, I don't think you'd
$700.
want that because you couldn't just throw it in the washer. You'd have to like hand wash it or dry clean it every time.
Well, I don't.
So you just don't even watch. You don't even want that anyway.
I mean, do they give a lot to charity?
Oh, what is happening?
Because if they give a lot to charity,
I'm
then
sure
I'll
they
feel
don't.
bad.
I'm sorry. I
They
mean, I
probably
could be wrong, but the name just is not synonymous with. It's not like Paul Newman or Richard Branson or who else. All right, we should release these people.
One more thing. I just want to see.
You looking for Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
Just search it in the.
I mean, I don't know if they have it up anymore, but there's a Mickey.
Some of those sweatshirts. What do you call them? Like
here's
not
a
jerseys,
here's a
but-
hooded sweatshirt with Mickey on it,
Let me see.
and it's $1,400.
Let me see. Move your egghead. Oh my gosh! I bet you they went and bought it at
That's
Disneyland.
a $40
or from the Disney store.
That's a $40 sweatshirt at best.
Wow.
I mean,
Well, this has been a ride. This has been eye-opening.
it's incredible.
It's been a little soul-sucking and disheartening. This is our world.
I don't understand it.
I mean, that's a good message at least.
Maybe-
Thank. Does it say you on the back?
What?
Where it says thank on the sweatshirt? Up, left,
It says fake, not.
No,
Oh,
thank.
thank.
or does
Let's
it say
see.
shank?
It just says thank.
So thank no one. Okay. Weird.
I mean, you couldn't even spell it right.
Right.
Thanks.
Why?
Oh, it's
I
think.
thought.
It's think and thank.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like when you do like a typewriter, you type over two letters over each other.
That is so creative.
kinda cool.
That is worth $1,250.
All right, let's release these people from this horrible purgatory.
Yeah, just go look on. Just keep checking the Gucci website just to see what kind of asinine.
Just get on
crap
their
they
like
come out with.
notification list, because you want to see if anything new's coming in. You got $1,200 just laying around, you burning a hole in your pocket.
You need to buy some dumb piece of clothing or bag.
We won't judge you. We totally will.
I mean, it would be one thing if you were buying some actual nice looking stuff, but
For $1,200.
but even then, yeah.
Bloody hell.
I mean, just put that money to charity. If you ever think about buying some dumb, Disney sweatshirt for $1,400, go out and buy a Disney sweatshirt for $40 and give the rest.
I don't think
to
you could
charity.
buy one for $40. I think they're quite expensive, actually. But they're not $1,400. But yeah,
I'm gonna look right now.
Good point. Give the rest.
I'm gonna look. Right
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna end this because
No,
this is
no, wait, no, wait.
Don't keep them. You're looking on Amazon for it?
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna go to Disneyland to pick
Oh.
up a sweatshirt.
No, there's like the Disney store online, I'm sure.
$23
Yeah.
for a Mickey hoodie.
I'm talking about a
It's
good
basically
quality
the same
Disney
thing.
store. Oh, that's like the classic one too. Maybe I'll have to get that. See, look,
mean,
Gucci,
like-
if you just brought your prices down, you might have a customer. Stupid jerks.
Well, like,
Ooh, let's go finish watching Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and Ichabod Crane.
I'm okay. You can, though.
No, you have to. You told me you would.
Did I?
No, because I was trying to explain Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and you just wanted you to. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thanks for joining us on our rant on this roller coaster ride of emotions of Brandon's rage.
I'm sorry.
I feel the same, but I just let you have the floor.
I just don't understand it, and I fear what I don't understand.
No, I think in this case you're fearing the right thing. This is society. This is the sickest part of society. No, one of the sickest part. There's many. It's just all sick.
It is.
All right, but
Love you guys.
happy times.
Kiss,
Try not to
kiss.
stress over the election. Oh, this will be out the day of the election, but not by the time all the results are in, I think. So
Oh, shit.
try to take care of yourselves and each other, and maybe do some self-care and stuff. And listen to our podcast. Hopefully we make you laugh.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Otherwise, sorry. We'll try better.
I don't know if
we'll try harder next time.
I don't know if we made him laugh this time.
Make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh. All right. Till next time. Bye,
Thanks,
people.
guys. Bye.
Bye.